Question 7 now. Charles makes $9.54 per hour working part-time. He receives a paycheck for $267.12 at the end of the week. How many hours did he work? Press pause, see if you can do it yourself. Any idea? Okay, I'll do it with you now. So if you're stuck on this, I want to give you a way of finding the answer to difficult word problems. The way is that you take the confusing numbers and you replace them with easier numbers and then see what the answer would be. So if Charles makes $10 per hour, let's imagine, okay, and he receives a paycheck for $200, how many hours did he work? Tell me. Just solve that problem. If he makes $10 an hour and receives $200 at the end of the week, how many hours did he work? And how would you solve that? So you say the answer is 20 hours, but how did you get that? And you tell me, oh, it's 20 times 10 is 200. Yeah, but what operation can you do with these two numbers to come up with the answer 20? Without just knowing that 10 times 20 is 200. What operation can you do? You can go 10 into 200, can't you? Does that make sense? Or, 200 divided by 10, right? So 10 into 200, 10 to 20 goes 2 times, 10 to 0 goes 0 times, and the answer is 20. So what operation can we do with the actual numbers to get the answer, right? 9.54, 6, or 267.12, right? Can we go, like with 10 into 200, go 9.54 into 267.12. Does that make sense? Right? And now we're dividing by decimals. When we divide by decimals, we got to put the decimal point, get it out of there, move it 2 spaces to the right. If I do that with the divisor, I must also do that with the dividend as well. Move that over there. Okay? So we have 954 into 26712. Why do I do that? The reason is because 267.12 over 9.54 is the same thing and as 26712 over 954. It's the same thing as 26,712 over 954. The reason is because all I'd have to do to move these decimal points 2 spaces to the right is multiply the top and bottom by 100. See? Now if I multiply the top and bottom of that fraction by 100, the actual value stays the same, it just looks different. Okay? So when I'm moving these decimal points to the right in the dividend, the divisor and the dividend, I'm just basically multiplying the top and bottom of the fraction by 100. And it stays the same value, it just looks different. Anyway, now we've got a long division problem to do. Okay, so doing long division on this, 954 into 267 won't go. But how about 954 into 2,671, right? That'll probably work. And let's see, how many times we think? How about twice? We'll do 954 times 2. We just take a guess and see how it goes. If it doesn't work, we can always try something else. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. Put down 0, carry 1. 2 times 9 is 18 and 1 is 19. So 1908. And now we subtract. And of course you can subtract that somewhere else if you like. But in any case, a 7 becomes a 6 and that becomes 11. 11 minus 8 is 3. 6 minus 0 is 6. And this becomes a 1, that becomes 16, and 16 minus 9 is 7. So now 954 into 763 won't go, and of course I've got to bring down the 2. So 954 into that goes how many times, do you think? So I kind of look at this and I go, well, if this was if I take out 2 digits, I've got 9 into 76, and that's about how many times? Oh, I forgot to put up the 2 here, didn't I? Sorry. 2 should be up here. Anyway, sorry. I would think it's about 9 into 76. What would that be about? That would go about 8 times, right? So let's try 8. I'll just multiply it here. 954 times 8. 8 times 4, 32. Carry the 3. 8 times 5 is 40 and 3, 43. Carry the 4. 8 times 9, 72 and 4, 76. So guess what? We get 7632. Subtract, and the answer is, and the remainder is 0. Okay, so the exact answer is 28. So we have that the exact answer to question 7 then is 28 hours, right?